Welcome back to another This Week in Warframe. This is going to be for the week of July 13th through the 20th, and here is where we talk about, once a week, all the things that you can go after and grab yourself in Warframe, or in a lot of cases, all the things you should be getting and going after in Warframe. So this week we're going to talk about the drops that are currently happening, the free Valkyr Prime, the Tennocon 2025 coming up, the limited time sun relay that they're going to give us and all that, and a whole bunch more. So as we get into this, we're just going to be checking things so you guys can see what's happening this week. We got an Amber Archon Shard at Bird here. Reminder for you to go pick that up. Speaking of the drops, I am live every day on Twitch. This is where you can get them right now. So you can jump into my Twitch stream, type !drops in chat, and it'll basically walk you through like all of the possible drops that you can get, what's coming up for the at least this week moving forward. So for the Deep Archimedia, we have Exterminate, Alchemy, and Survival. For Temporal Archimedia this week, we're looking at a Legacy Harvest, Hell Scrubber, and a Defense. And the current Coda weapons, which you have about 3 days left for, we have the Coda Bass Assist, 25.2% Toxin, the Cost Assist, 26% Toxin, the Haruto, Electricity, 30.6%, the Path Assist, Radiation 35.2%, the Synapse is Cold 27%, and the Codatisis 25.1%. Now, well, I got a second. These are the drops you guys are going to be able to get yourselves just by hanging out at my stream. So it's going to be 3 different glyphs right here. This is what they look like. It's pretty easy. Just kind of come in, hang out, and make sure that you have your Warframe account linked with your Twitch account. We also have Prime Resurgence, Titania Prime, and Gara Prime are currently available, plus the weapons that they came along with. You guys can farm these out until, at least for the next 17 days and 17 hours. And in case you guys missed it last week, here is a free code. You can type in 2025. This will get you a couple of goodies. I've already used it, so it's not going to work, but it is Pride 2025. The calendar this week for July, we are looking at the first prize being either an Exilus Weapon Adapter Blueprint or a Riven. The second is going to be 6,000 Kuva versus Arcane Enhancements Double Pack. Then for August, we're looking at Enhancements Double Pack versus 6,000 Kuva, and then 2,000 Kuva versus a Primary Arcane Adapter. And then for September, we're looking at Double Arcanes versus an Azor Archon Shard, or Exilus Weapon Adapter Blueprint versus a Secondary Arcane Adapter. So Tennocon is happening this Saturday, the 19th. It's going to be starting early, I think around 11 or 12 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. And then at 4:30 p.m., there's going to be a sun relay, which I would imagine they're going to put it right here where a sun should be. But there is supposed to be a sun relay that you guys can go check out. It's going to be a whole new thing. It will be limited time, at least so far. We're under the impression it's going to be limited time, as it's just going to be for Tennocon so far. It's starting at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard that you'll be able to get into that node. And yeah, Tennocon, that is also where you guys are going to be able to get your Valkyr Prime. That usually only happens for about an hour to an hour, and maybe like an hour and a half to maybe 2 hours during the Prime part of Tennocon, where they, talk about the next new reveal and what that's all going to be. For those of you guys that possibly have missed this Operation 8 Claw that's been happening, we're running out of time. There are 2 days and 15 hours left, and we did it. We unlocked all of the Signas. So proud of us. We should all give ourselves a big round of applause in the comments or something. And make sure you get your Auroras and go bring them to Dominus so you can get your Signas here. We also have a reminder to do the weekly Iatan treasure hunt with Maru. We have, for the incursions right now, a Spy, Rescue, Defense, Survival, Mobile Defense, and a Flood. Incursions. Invasions, we're looking at a Snipetron Vandal Receiver versus a Sheev Blueprint. And that's all that matters right now. For the sortie today, was Mobile Defense, Spy, and Rescue. And this week's Archon Hunt is against Amar. For a Crimson Archon Shard, it's going to be a Rescue, Excavation, and a Showdown. If we check out what's going on with Nora, we have the usual permanent weeklies, plus eliminating 300 enemies using a Necromech without getting destroyed. Complete 3 Deviri puzzles, or 3 puzzles in Deviri. Collect 15 decrees in a single Deviri session. Hack 10 consoles, and then today's updated, whatever thing here is complete a mission with only a melee weapon equipped. The credits that we're looking at, spending credits, what do we got? What should we spend them on? Well, if you got extra credits and everything, this is what we have. The only ones really worth spending any credits on, honestly, if you already have everything else, would be like corrosive projection, steel charge, and maybe rifle lamp, and you could just sell those easily for platinum, which is why we are spending them. But we also have exposing harpoon for the hard pack, combat reload for the tigress, shotgun scavenger, and critical mutation for the catabalist. If we scroll down, we have ambush optics for the Rubico, rumbled for Atlas, recharge barrier for Volt, and skull shots for the Viper. Checking out what's going on in the Steel Pass circuit this week, we have Incarnon adapter choices between the Dara, Sestra, Ukina, Cerberus, and the Sicarus. Rifle, pistol, melee ribbons, and 20,000 Kuva. You could spend it on if you already have those Incarnon weapons. And for the normal circuit this week, we're looking at choices between Hydroid, Mirage, and Limbo. Checking out Akrithis this week and seeing what she's got. We have options between a Magus Agress today for 10 Pathos Clamps. We also have Exilus Warframe Adapter, 20 Pathos Clamps, a Former Blueprint, 10 Pathos Clamps, Companion Weapon Riven Mod for 20 Pathos Clamps, Primary Arcane Adapter for 25 Pathos Clamps. Checking out Teshin and the Steel Path Honors. This week we are looking at a Veiled Riven Cipher for 20 Steel Essence and 3 times Forma for, looks like 75 Steel Essence. Checking out what this traffic cone has this week, we have options between a Tenet Ferox, radiation 28.7%, Tenet Grigori, 39.9% electricity, Tenet Livia, radiation 26.3%, Tenet Exec, cold 33.6%, and a Tenet Agendis, electricity 49.2%. How much platinum have you made since you've become a Patreon?
Over 100K.
45K.
60, 70,000.
20,000.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a week?
12K.
Probably about 5,000.
5,400.
Probably 8K.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a day?
5,400.
Day was probably 4K.
Probably about 3,000.
2K.
What's your favorite method of making platinum that you've learned from me?
Mostly just flipping ribbons and selling warframes.
Probably arbitrations.
Selling sets of warframes.
I enjoy Zeramon the most.
Imagine how much time and money they've saved. You know where the links are. Reminder to stop by the Chrysalith on the Zeramon and visit Archimede and Yanta for your 35,000 Kuva. Then you can travel to Iron Wake on Earth and visit Palladino for your 2 Rivens, your 35,000 Kuva, and your 150,000 credits. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and stop by my Twitch channel where you can get free drops when they are community-wide, also free rewards I do all the time anyway. And make sure you check out your Invigorations this week and see what you got. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you in the next one.